Hello and welcome to this video. What if I told you that most of the info about farming the catalyst was either exaggeration or a lie? But we'll get into that into this video. Put it down in the comments what you find the easiest or hardest part to farm of this and how long it takes you to actually farm one of these in total. But we'll hit the research button and we'll get into the video. So we have a look at the crystallization catalyst. You obviously need all this, and I hit research, so we're a little short on that. But that's one of the easiest things, in my opinion, to get. Now, we start up here with the murky energy residue. Now, we did this following a quick, easy, best to do farming guide for any character. We are eliminating the possibility that you have a super character or a character that can't do hard, because you pretty much need to be able to do hard to be able to farm one of these, or you're probably not past the campaign or you just past the campaign. So if you can't farm in hard, I'm not saying you find it easy, but if you can't farm a public mission in hard, then you need to not worry about this. But if we go here now, in this instance we come down to normal mode, and then we do the forgottenness, and we run and we take out elite in a circular arena, and we hope the stuff doesn't fall into the void. Now this will give you a random amount. It's similar randomness amount to the neural circuit, so it can drop 5, it can drop 3, none. So I was lucky, it dropped 5 in the first time, or more. I think 9 maybe. Yeah, 9 the first time. So we only had to run it once. But obviously you need 8, so if it drops less you got to run more. On average it takes about 5 minutes to run this particular materials strategy. So if you got to run it twice, that's 10 minutes. You're already behind by the time you even get to the macro biogel. Now the macro biogel, we do the swamp chapel on hard. Come over here, we do public, and we run it in a group sense. I ran this. You got to run it at least twice because it gives you 18 guaranteed. If we come down here, you can see it gives you 18 guaranteed. So you got to run it twice. I ran this with a squad that could take out the boss fairly easy, and then a squad that couldn't really take out the boss all that quickly. We averaged about 12.5 minutes per run, because there are bits where you've got to actually sort of be time gated, so it takes you at least 10 minutes to pretty much do this, even with a squad that can take out a decent amount of creatures quickly. So we're at 10 minutes to 12.5 is probably what you're at per run, so that is 25 minutes to get this material. So we're at either 30 minutes or 35 minutes, and we're only got 2 materials done, and fairly easy materials because you're guaranteed to be able to target farm these materials. So we're at 35 minutes. You're meant to be able to do 1.5 to 2 of these an hour based on multiple strategy guides and all that. So that's these two, you're at 35 minutes or more if you get unlucky. Or if you try to do it solo, you can't do it solo, so then you got to go back and go do it group. That's another 15 minutes wasted. This is not counting travel time. This isn't counting inventory management, anything. This is actual in the mission time. This stuff will leave because I did this last. The next thing we did was this brain. Now this brain you get from Elite in the recommended strategy. We do the, if I look at my notes, the courtyard, nope, yeah, this courtyard on normal. So we get in there, we start the quest, we run, get the first boss, and then we take out the elite. Once we've taken out elite, we abort and we reset the mission until we get what we need. On average, I was getting 3.4 brains per run. I got, I think, 5, none, 3, 4, 5, none. So it works out sort of like that. So you could get lucky and just get all 5s, or it's that slightly higher 4, but on average 3.4 materials per run. So you'll have to run it multiple times, and it took about 2 minutes per, but it'll take you about 10 minutes to get these materials all together. So we're at 40 minutes to 45, and we haven't done any counting any travel times, anything. Now the next thing, you can either do the Enzo running around trying to find these. I deliberately didn't look at easy vault locations. I spawned in the desert because you want to go to the desert. I literally ran around pushing tab until I found a vault signal, and then went to that vault and then opened the vault. It was just 2 basic level vaults, and we got it done in 2 tries. We got a 3 and an 11, so we ended up with plenty after 2. Now this is where RNG is pretty much out of your hands. Now if we have a look, you can do this, which is the mission. It could take you up to 30 minutes to do. It probably won't if you got a character that can run through normal. But if we have a look at, what did I do? I chose to do this quest because it gives you a 100% drop chance. It's normal, and it's just a normal mission which you can run through. It took me about 8 minutes. It does have a couple of time gate things, but 8 minutes to get a 100% chance, and then on top of that you need a 15% chance to get lucky with the first boss of the normal bosses in the Colossi fights. So that's the material list and where we got them. Now, more than likely in the background I was showing you where I did everything, how I did everything, and a highlight bit of me going through everything. Now, this in total took me 53 minutes in the actual mission time. It took me more than that in actual travel time, inventory management, going and just doing stuff in the game, because if you find something, you check, like say, because you run hard, and with this you need the code balls. You should be able to get the code ball breakers doing the hard bits of these. So running this, you should be able to get a couple of the code breakers. If you don't, the recommended spot is in, okay, sorry, I just double checked the information just so we aren't giving a mislead. We want to do Rockfell, anticipated ambush point in Rockfell, which is down here in the Sterile Lance. So we want to do this mission to get the code breakers, because it is a quick mission. You can run through it, and you need to do it in hard mode. So if you can't run hard mode, this is why you shouldn't be farming this also, because you actually do need to run it in hard mode to get the required materials to get the mixed material. So in long and short of it, the crystallization catalyst, pretty much, unless you have a character that doesn't really need them, or you're trying to just min-max multiple characters to like god level, you cannot farm it in an hour. RNG could be on your side and you could get lucky and you could get the squads that take out the enemies quicker. There's a bit of a skill gap, but pretty much if a casual player only plays for 2-3 hours, half of their time would be set to do this. So you pretty much would have to do this for an entire session just so you can play the game the next night or the night after. So if you're trying to farm catalysts and you're going, oh, just be quick, and then you're finding, oh, it took me too long, what am I doing wrong? You're not doing anything wrong. The information out there is just not 100% accurate with how long it takes, what the grinds actually are, and the fact that RNG could be against you, which then makes it longer. I didn't have bad RNG yet. I got the blueprint on the first try. The murky stuff I got on the first try. The mixed, I probably got normal RNG because I got it in, I think, 4 tries. So need 18 and it took me 4 times. So that's pretty good RNG. And the macro, you get it after running twice. And the brain I got after 4 tries, and the mixed I got after 2, and I would have got it after 1 if I got lucky with the first drop. So RNG wise, I don't think I got unlucky. Let me know what you think down the bottom in the comments, and whether you are someone who can farm multiple ones of these in an hour, what you're running, and how high of Descendant you reckon you are. Like, are you someone who's min-maxing your character to the point where you're looking for the optimal ultimate or transcendent mods? Are you running a character that can pretty much take out half the bosses in hard Colossi? Because unless you're one of them, in my opinion, you cannot do this catalyst in an hour, including the runtime. But hit all those buttons down the bottom if you wish to support the channel. Hit the sub thanks and let me know what you think. But I'll get on with more, and the next thing that everyone recommends you get is actually this guy here, which you get a lot of the resources whilst doing other things in the game.